Well, guys, it is now Sunday evening. I have looked like this since Friday evening, but I couldn't be happier, to be honest. Everything is pretty much in. All the hardware is in. There's a couple things that I didn't get done because I don't have everything on hand here. All of the front brake lines, all four front brake lines stripped. Um, so I got to redo all of the brake lines in the front, but not a big deal. I have the kit and everything to flare them. I just need the actual lines. But for the most part, everything else went together really smooth. I am going to bring in the car and have the bushings for the axle pressed in. I got the Super Pro ones with the sleeves. I bought a bushing install and removal kit. However, the sleeves, the cylinder sleeves that came with it weren't deep enough for these bushings. So there's a shop down the road. I'm just going to bring it in there and they'll press them in. But other than that, Panhard went in. I adjusted that. I picked up the suspension in the back. I jacked under the axle, sat it level on the ground, and then I fit the Panhard in there without the bushing in there, and then kind of eyeballed it up to the center. And then I did use the bushing kit to press in the bushings for the Panhard, so that went super smooth. The Panhard went in, the torque rods are in. I made them about a 1/4 inch shorter than the factory length because when you lower the suspension, basically you change the diff angle towards the carrier bearing. So you kind of want to adjust that as well, just a little bit shorter on the torque rods, which are the upper control links basically. And that kind of brings the diff angle down a little bit. So I did that based on, I posted to the Volvo 240 page, and from what I could tell, for the most part, just shorten it up a little bit, 5 millimeters, 1/4 inch, somewhere in there, whatever looks right. Either way, I can adjust it while it's on the ground. All I need is a crescent wrench basically, and I can adjust them on the fly. So that's really nice. But yeah, the turning angle's good. I don't think I'm gonna rub. I have to get a couple more spacer rings just to fine tune the exact offset. But for the most part, I'm actually really surprised that the wheels are able to turn all the way at, however many degrees that is, maybe 45, 47, somewhere in there. It's tough to tell without the car being on the ground. I don't have the front tires mounted to the front rims yet, so I'm not willing to put it on the ground quite yet. I could put the old set on there, but I gotta do the brakes, and there's a couple other things I want to do anyway. So it's gonna sit on the stands for maybe another week and a half or 2 weeks, but then it should be ready to drive and test and get the shakedown done. I could not be more excited. Just a few more things to button up, but all in all, I'm very impressed with all of the stuff that I got from Classic Swede. Everything went together smooth. I didn't really have any issues. Everything was machined correctly. Like, there was no cross threads or anything stupid that happened. Everything was packaged well. Huge shout out to Die Brace again. You make this video possible. I definitely will be having more stuff on order. So yeah, if anybody's looking for stuff for their Volvo 240s specifically. I mean, all the Volvo chassis, yeah, but for 240s, it's kind of tough to find parts for in the U.S. And Classic Swede makes it really easy because even though he's in Europe, the stuff gets here within a week or two. You know what I mean? So it's really not that much longer than shipping. I live in the Midwest. If I got parts shipped from California, it'd take a week. Maybe a week and a half, depending on how heavy it was or who it was shipped with. And Classic Swede from the UK can literally almost match that. So it's opened up a huge possibility, for me. I don't like waiting for parts forever, and because then I change my mind or want to go a different direction or whatever. But yeah, a couple more things to button up. Got to put the diff cover on. Got to get the brake lines done. And then, I got to order the seats and the steering wheel, get that all in. But then after that, this thing will be ready for a shakedown.